the unprecedented decision by President Obama, who is hoping to win gold by traveling himself to Copenhagen to help Chicago snag the 2016 Summer Olympics. But his decision is not without political risk. CBS News national correspondent Jeff Glor is in Chicago this morning with more. Good morning, Jeff.
Maggie, good morning to you. That's exactly right. The president, as you know, already has plenty on his plate, and Chicago winning these games is by no means a sure thing. This has been a controversial bid at times, but the city is now hoping that sending a high-profile delegation will put them over the top. The most well-known members of the lobbying team have not left yet, including Oprah Winfrey, First Lady Michelle Obama,
let the games begin!
And her husband, the president, who changed his mind about traveling on Monday.
He decided that he could leave for just one day, a single day, and be back in time to keep going on health care reform.
Ahead of the president, the aptly numbered United Flight 2016 left Chicago last night for Copenhagen with 250 boosters on board after a rousing send-off.
It would just mean, it just gives me goosebumps even thinking about it, and I mean, it would be amazing.
It will be the first time a sitting president has made such a trip, a sign of how badly Mr. Obama wants the games in his adopted hometown. He'll be joined by the heads of state from each of Chicago's three rivals, Rio de Janeiro, Tokyo, and Madrid.
At this village center,
Chicago's Olympic organizers believe the games will cost about $5 billion to stage, but would generate $22.5 billion for the local economy. Though critics say that both of those numbers are far too optimistic, and they point to a recent Chicago Tribune poll that shows support for the games in this city has dropped to 47%.
This thing is going to be financially ruinous as well as environmentally disastrous.
Up until the president's announcement, Rio de Janeiro was considered the slight favorite to win these games in 2016, with Chicago running a close second. The president obviously is hoping to change that. The winning bid is announced on Friday afternoon. Harry, back to you.
Jeff Glor in Chicago this morning. Thank you very much. Joining us now is Bob Schieffer, CBS News chief Washington correspondent and host of Face the Nation. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Harry.
You know, this tactic worked for Tony Blair. He got the Olympics to London. It worked for Vladimir Putin. He got the Olympics to Russia. We can see why there's precedent here, but doesn't this seem awfully risky for this president to do right now?
You know, I really don't think so, Harry. Being associated with the Olympics has always been good politics for presidents. I mean, think of Ronald Reagan. I mean, he tied his whole re-election campaign, Morning in America, to the Olympics that summer in Los Angeles. I think in the end, you and I will talk about this. A lot of the chattering class will debate it back and forth. But in the end, I don't think it's going to make any difference to the success or failure of the Obama presidency. If the Obama presidency goes down because Barack Obama went to Copenhagen, it wasn't much of a presidency to start with. I think this president's success will be judged by how other things come out, not the least of which is Afghanistan, Iran, and healthcare.
14 hours on an airplane will not make or break his presidency. I think we could go along with that. But at the same time, we've got Iran coming to a boiling point, Afghanistan waiting for a decision on how many troops should or should not be sent there, healthcare bubbling back on the back burner. Does he have time to do this?
Oh, I think the White House would argue that he does, and I mean, you could make the case that he doesn't. But again, I mean, he's not going to decide what to do about Afghanistan over the next 24 hours. Those are the questions, though, that really do count. And I have to tell you right now, there is a total and wholesale reassessment of our strategy in Afghanistan going on. You remember in March, the president told us that he had a new strategy. He sent a new general over there to carry out that strategy. Now, here we are going over that total strategy once again. How many troops is he going to wind up sending, or is he going to send no troops? The answer to that, Harry, is the president simply hasn't decided yet. We have a total reassessment of what to do about Afghanistan going on within the White House and throughout the administration right now.
Bob Schieffer, thanks so much for getting up for us this morning. Do appreciate it.
You bet, Harry.
Thank you, sir.